Right, right. What a day! What a day! It's been an alright day. I don't think I'm allowed to have an alright day. I feel a bit guilty. A lot of people are really worried and stuff. Like, I've only actually spoke to 4 or 5 people, I think, just Facebooktically spoken written words. So I don't really have a great picture of what's going on. The last time I was at the gym, there were still people going, "Oh, it's nothing, it's nothing." And I think there's a lot of that attitude about. That's why people are out. There's a lot of people who are in taking pictures of people who are out, going, "What's wrong with everyone? They're all out." And I think because so many people are just going, "Oh, it's all hype, it's all nonsense." They don't. That's just where they're at, isn't it? If they're convinced that that's the case, then you know what can you fucking do? I mean, I did go out for a little bit because I read a thing that said if you want, you can go for a walk. But there was a star next to it, and it said, "Do this only with members of your household or alone." So I did. I went alone, and I went up the wreck. And there was a lot of people there, and there was young people. There was 2 girls sitting like sort of next to each other, but shoulder to shoulder, sitting on the grass, like just hunched, but slap bang next to each other, just chatting. But they were like pretty much touching. There was a group of like, you know, older kids, teens, whatever, just on their bikes, just milling around, a group of them. And you know what kids fucking, you know what I mean? We used to fucking share chewing gum when I was a kid. I don't know if that's done anymore, but we used to go, "Do you want to finish that?" Yeah, that used to happen. That used to happen. I went off it. I did it a couple of times, but I found it gross. But other kids did it a lot. Anyway, that's not relevant. My claws need doing. I can feel them. I'm picking at them. They're going to come off soon. They're starting to jaggedy, but I've got some cool ones. Watch this space. Yeah, no. I don't know what the general feeling of people is really. Facebook's been actually quite quiet in a way. There's you know, I don't know. I see stuff from the same people a lot of the time. But yeah, I've had a few chats to a few different people, just like I do, just my magic rectangle chats. That's how I stay in touch with humans through the magic rectangle. Um, but yes, what have I done? I've done loads. I've looked after myself properly. I've showered. I've brushed my teeth. I've had my 3 meals, and I've had a supper. I've had pancakes, and a protein shake, and I'm gonna have another one. It's only about 10:30. I'm a little bit tired, which is good. Might be in bed asleep by 11:15. It means I might be up at about fucking 5:30 again, which is cool. And if I'm doing that already, that means that will be setting a routine. That's like Summer Mikey is always an early waker. Always. Like, quite often, that's when I have my nights of sleeplessness. It's like if it gets to 2 and I'm still like wide awake, like particularly when I would be binge watching things. And it's like once it gets to like 4:30 in the summer and you just see that light blue in the sky and you think, nah, and the birds have started singing, I just think, no, I'm not going to sleep. Not going to sleep. Or sometimes I go right through and I'd sleep from like 4:30, 5 until like 9:30. And to get up again and it's still morning. Do you know what I mean? It's a bit sort of, it's got on with the day morning. But yeah, I love summer sleeping. I love it. This country would be just amazing if it had a proper summer that started like now, went on until end of September, and then like autumn was just mild, and winter was snowy, and just like not dreary and stormy. But like the nice bits of winter, the frost, and the beauty, and the smells, the smell of coal fires on a winter night when you can see your breath. I love all that shit. Winter's all right at times, but what the fuck am I talking about the fucking weather? What I'm saying is it's been good. It's been good. I retained my study. I did quite a lot of study. It's a much more involved course, the one I'm doing. Much more complex. And oh, I did the module. I did most of the assessment at the end, but there's 2 questions where I've got to do a healing session. for someone and then write about it, and then there's another one. But my favourite human is going to be my obvious target for all of my freebies, because she's just my best friend in the world, and if she can get it, if anyone is getting free healing, she's first in the queue. So I've messaged her, but obviously the virus, I don't know. I mean, it's like she's practically household. I see her a lot, and we always hug and stuff. It's almost household. But I don't know how banned people are going to be from seeing each other. We'll see. So yeah, I can't obviously write about it. I'm not going to lie. Because I'm taking what I do seriously, and this course is brilliant. It's just going to give me a lot more scope to use a lot of the other skills I've already got, and make me a much more rounded practitioner in terms of what I can do, what I can sense, how I can go about things, what the way to do it. It's going to enable me to be a lot more Mikey about what I do, which is good, because physiotherapy wouldn't let me be Mikey about what I do. The patients that I had that I was really good with, it's just you never get those situations. I had one where I was doing intensive therapy with this guy, like 3 times a week, and I could see the changes happening in him. And I wrote all about him. I did a poster project, was inspired by him, by the issues he was having, and so I came up with an invention, kind of. Guess what I got? 58. That's what I always got. 50 fucking 8. So anyway, it has been, in terms of sort of well-roundedness in all the things that I've done. Like, I spent a couple of hours on the decks. It was a right old bunch of tunes. I've been picking keys, so I don't have to think about what tune to play. But then it's me and my memory again. I'm like, that's a tune. But then I think it's a tune for different reasons. Like, I was playing all sorts of shit, so it wasn't very good. But I stuck with it, and I didn't realise how long it had been. It'd been an hour and 3/4 when I looked at it afterwards. And there was some tidy mixes. I haven't listened to all of it. I listened to about 20 minutes of it earlier. I might listen to it tomorrow, because there was some, like, it was creative. Definitely, it had to be. And again, that's good. It was like my brain was coming up with stuff. I didn't fuck it. I wasn't brilliant. There were a few little fucking untidy parts of it, but that was fine. I was just jamming. I was just fucking jamming. And it was nice as well just to do it sort of creatively, because quite often it is a little bit of company. It's nice when people pop on and say hi. It's just me being lonely. But I know a few people quite like my sets. There's not many, but those that do tell me they do, and they play it in their kitchen and stuff, so I like that. But I don't know if this was kitchen play worthy. But again, it was like a different thing that I was doing, and my brain was engaged. Because every time I've tried to, like, for instance, going on the decks, it was like I decided to go on the decks, and 10 minutes later I was on the decks. Whereas I was saying before, it became a bit of a routine for me, but I was using it as a method of tidying up my bedroom, because it was messy every fucking day. And like now, it's reasonably tidy. It's reasonably tidy. It really is. There's like the puffy cushion there. The table then is just stashed back. Computer on top of it. Take the tray downstairs. That's about it. That needs to be just there like that. That's where that lives. That's how tidy it is. And so it was just like, yeah, I didn't need to fucking, tidy around the whole fucking room first before I went on the decks. I just decided to do it and did it. So it is starting to creep up all of the additional bits and pieces, I think, because yeah, it was a bit of a struggle doing the study, because I was trying to get back into the mode where, what was it, like that one night where I did 9 or something, I just smashed a load of them, fucking loads of them. It was on a bigger course, but this one is more. There was a good opportunity to write a load of stuff down as well. So what I've done is I've planned my day tomorrow. I don't think my support worker's coming. I had a vague memory of, I think it was on Friday, while I was doing something, you know, when it scrolls along the top, and I saw her name, I think. I'm just going to guess that she was cancelling. I'll look in my messages in a minute. She might have been cancelling. I would guess that she was, because she's going around house to house all the time. She's going to be high risk, isn't she? And she's got a good way of spreading it. She gets it in her first house in the morning, and then just every household afterwards. So yeah, I'm going to expect that she's not coming, but if she does, she does. And that'll be cool. We'll have an update with her, and then I'll check if I've got my dentist, because I've got my dentist straight away after that. So then that's the interview for that. I get this disgustingness sorted out. But I might have holes for a while. I think we're going to have a denture first. So I'm going to have false teeth, actual false teeth. Fucking old man with false teeth. But at least I might be able to smile. They're going to be cleaned and have all the fillings, so I won't have toothache. Because a lot of the time, all around my gums, it hurts at night, and then it hurts my nose. And yeah, it's just another thing that gets you down when you've got loads of things getting you down. Oh, fucking my teeth as well. Yeah, fucking hell. That was like 2017. Ugh. That's when they really started falling out. That's when I had gastritis. And yeah, 2017, early 2018 as well. And I was always patching them up with temporary filling. And some of them are still there. The temporary filling, so I was ramming them right in there and putting them in at night and like trying to get them to cure properly. And I think there's a few, because I was getting all the jagged bits were cutting my tongue. So then eating was painful. It was like fucking... You know that it never rains, but it pours. I mean, it was literally pouring. Everywhere was pouring. Everywhere was pouring. And I was having a lot of, like, really highly charged emotional situations with this girl at the time as well, that I'd known years. Yeah, it was, oh, God. Literally just, I was realising the extent of my falling to bitsness and my incompatibility with other humans. And yeah, I'm a bit further forward. I'm a lot further forward. But in other ways, I'm not. It's because I went so much further backward. I am further forward, but I'm not far enough to be not behind where I was. The pieces are there. Just cobble something together on your own. I'm sure you'll come up with a sentence or something that makes sense out of all that. I'll just throw at you. But yeah, no. Positivity for me. What was that? You saw that, didn't you? Wow, that was cool. That was like an orb. That was like a real fucking energy flash orb. It was blue, like sapphire blue. Yeah. It was like a double flash. His head popped round. He saw it, didn't you? There's magic in here. There's magic in here. There's energy in here. I can feel it. I wonder if you can sense it watching the video. I can. Fucking hell. That's cool. Anyway, time's cracking on. 30:33.